Hello everyone, welcome to the next of our Transformers reviews, and today we have Studio Series 86 Starscream up for review, and we're gonna real quick get into the first impressions, as I tend to get this out of the way. And he's basically the Earthrise one. I have the Earthrise one here. I'll put that up for comparison later, but he's basically the Earthrise one, except he has like better tolerances, well, mostly better, because this really likes to pop off. But like all of the joints that are too loose on the Earthrise one are tighter, and all the ones that were too tight are looser, which is great. And he's got articulated hands, which automatically makes him better. But yeah, so if you're trying to choose between Earthrise or Studio Series, definitely get this guy. This is, I think, no, it's not. This is my my second 86 figure. This is 8612. I don't know if that's what that means. It might not be. But, yeah, like I said, he's basically the Earthrise one, except he's pretty much better in every way. He's also got bigger Decepticon symbols here, which I'll show once again later. And, yeah, so before we get into the actual figure, we're going to show off his packaging. It's a liter-size box because it comes with a bunch of stuff inside of the box, sort of. You can see Coronation Starscream 8612. I gotta check if that actually means anything. Studio Series, Transformers the movie, or The Transformers the movie. Transformers. Then, of course, front and center. It's a closed box, and I like the closed box packaging, but I actually heard that they are going to be bringing back the windowed packaging, which I'm super excited for. What is this doing here? But yeah, you got, I think that's Dirge possibly, and then some other Seeker. The cone heads, just cone heads. He's got, just like, this is such cool art, and you can see in this picture that the crown has a ton of detail on it. You have the same picture here, but without the cone heads. Oh, without the cone heads. Then, of course, your product images on the back. All hail Starscream. That's cool. I didn't realize it said that. And Starscream holds a coronation, asserting his rise as the king of the Decepticons until a newly reformatted Megatron called Galvatron disrupts the proceedings and ruins his big day. Then we got this here, backdrop included, a bunch of stuff here. And that's pretty much everything. Certified leader class in multiple languages, all the bits, all the bobs. But now to the main event, Starscream himself. So, looking at all of the details on him, I think he's also got better paint than the Earthrise one, just because they are slightly different colors, and the colors on this guy look much better. Well, not much better, but they look better for sure. And, you know, his head also, like, it's an amazing Starscream head. He's a bit small. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a bit small, but I don't have a huge problem with that. He's got the big things here. Got the fans. Just really good molded detail throughout him. Like, especially on the torso here. I love those little details. And you got this. The articulated hands look really nice, too. Like, they look nice and natural. So this looks kind of off, but he's got really nice hands. Is that a fire blast port? I'm not sure, but yeah, he's got the cannons on his shoulder, which you can take off if you want to. Put that back on. Yeah, you gotta line him up just right. Yeah, he's got the null rays, which I'm really happy about because my Earthrise Starscream, my friend's dog ate his null rays. So, yeah. Now I have replacements, I suppose. Then on this back, you have the nose cone just kind of not looking too good there, but his wings, on my Earthrise one, the wings were super loose. And, yeah, really nice on this one. So, the head is one of the best ball joints in my collection, to be honest, because he can look down, he can look up, instead of just, like, being able to look up and then barely being able to look down. Its head does a full rotation. He can do it side to side. His arms could do a 360 if you wanted him to, but the wings are in the way. But they could do a 360. They go out this far, which is barely under 90, which is unfortunate. No, that's not 90 degrees. That's a different angle, but barely all the way. Or barely not all the way. Then over 90 degrees on his elbow. Basically a backwards, what did I call it? Wrist articulation A or something? Yeah. Oh, transformation wrist A. Yeah, he has backwards transformation wrist A. He's got articulated fingers, articulated hands rather. Not individual fingers, but his hands are articulated. This can move any direction you want it. Oh, pops off. But yeah, I like to just leave it on, obviously. This piece moves out of the way so that you can move his legs forward, not all the way up. Legs do not move back very far. Then the knees, not that far. Sometimes the knees will come untabbed on you, but this one doesn't seem to do that as much as the Earthrise one did. Then of course you got a thigh swivel. And the front of his toe can move down, and the back of his toe can also move down. And the thing on his leg, like the wings, the tail fins, move with this back part for whatever reason. So that can be a bit annoying. He's got not a ton of ankle tilt. Let me just fix this. He doesn't have a ton of ankle tilt, but he has enough, I'd say. And we're back. Sorry, I had a bit of a thing to do. But back into the actual figure. Where was I? Where was I? I think I was in comparisons, so let's just do that. So here he is next to... Okay, so we're going to go through the skill chart real quick. We got Dark of the Moon Laserbeak. Whoa. He's just all messed up. Dark of the Moon Laserbeak. Dark of the Moon... Oh, no! Dark of the Moon Igor. Or rather, Studio Series Laserbeak and Igor, because these are technically Studio Series figures. He is next to Igor. Headmaster, specifically Cogman. Stand up. Never mind. Here he is with a Headmaster. Who's next? Here he is with a Micromaster. They're technically a core class, but he's not core class. He's a Micromaster. And, don't know where my Legends figures are because I only have 2 of them. Here is her deluxe class scale. Siege, whoa, what's wrong with you? There we go. Siege 6 gun. For Voyager, Siege Megatron. The dynamic duo themselves. Well, dynamic duo, or rather, abusive duo. Physically abusive. Oh no, I was gonna do authentic... Oh, never mind. No, I wasn't. I wasn't gonna follow through with that. For leader class, Greatest Hits Soundwave. Whoa, that's gonna fall. And just because this is... Actually, wait, no, I forgot about... Here he is with Titan Class Devastator. And of course, we have to show him with his twin brother. Hold on. Gotta fix him. He's in a weird pose. His twin brother, Earthrise Starscream. This guy paint chips bad. But yeah, you can definitely see some differences. These are different blues. This one's darker. The tail fins are vastly different. One has articulated hands and the other doesn't. One has null rays and the other doesn't. Bigger Decepticon symbol. This thing's nose cone is bent, so that sucks. This one has the gray squares on its back. This one's wings are really, really loose. This one's wings are solid. Buy this one. Don't buy this one. I don't know how I just made him do the spin there, but yes. And I suppose that's all for his robot. No, it isn't. I thought it was, but it isn't. We have a ton. Where are they? I don't know where all of them went. We have a ton of accessories. You couldn't see me do that. Let me try that again. We have a crap ton of accessories. These two as well. So these are, where's his crown? Where's the most important part? There's a crying baby in the background. That's just my family. So yes, he's got it. Oh, let me grab that real quick. Oh. I hit my head on the way up. But yes, here we have a bunch of accessories that we can put on him. Suppose we will start with these. So basically, the way that this works is you remove his null rays. Then there's a little post inside of that, which you can flip out. And then these will plug into his shoulders, as shoulder pads tend to go on people's shoulders. Do the same thing on the other one. There we go. My sister doesn't want to take a nap. Ignore her. And yes, there you have him with his stylish shoulder pads. And you can connect these special null rays to it. These also come with him. These also come with him, but these are others. So he has two sets of null rays. These plug into here. That way he can have... Oh, get that off. That way he can have both his shoulder pads and his null rays. So far, so good. He's looking very nice. Now, we can spin him around. And you want to lift up the nose cone. And you can take this here cape and plug it into this hole. It looks kind of stupid from behind, but from the front, he's got this nice looking cape going. And that looks really, really cool. You can also fold this out for like a... Are you gonna lay down in your bed? This is meant for specifically like a, this kind of pose, as he has on the box. And then, of course, the crown jewel. His bejeweled crown. Why are you standing like that? He stands really weird sometimes. But yes, this is specific to Screamer. Like, it doesn't work on anyone else. And all these accessories will go on the Earthrise one, in case you were wondering. And there we have him in his royal garb. And you can also, what I like to do is you can fold this out, then just move it down, and you can have a much bigger, much more flowing cape for like any cool dramatic poses. But yes, you can get him into some really neat looking poses with this. And the way that the shoulder pads work is kind of weird. Naturally, they'll move up like this, but what you want to do is hold them while you move the arms so that they move like that instead. And he looks super cool. Oh wait, there's one more accessory that I forgot, which is one of my favorites, and partially the reason I got him. This giant, awesome throne. And he can't he can't sit on this with the cape, unfortunately. But you can take the throne and just articulate his legs to be sitting. And he can take a seat on his... Wow, this is difficult for some reason. Sometimes it's hard to get him to sit down, as you can see here. He can sit on his beautiful throne, like the true king of the Decepticons. And this throne is not specific to him. any bot whose legs can move can sit on this. Ignore him. Like, hell, we can take 6-gun here. Well, no, it doesn't really work as well for deluxe scale figures. It's mostly for whatever. And as you saw in the Lugnut Theory video, assuming you watched it, you should have watched it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But you can see for a split second as a little joke that I did. Not sure how well you can hear me down here. But yeah, Tarn can in fact sit on the throne. And Tarn specifically looks so cool on this throne. We'll get him sitting. Here we go. It works so well for him. Well, like the way that his legs are, like he just looks so good in this throne. If you can actually get him to sit in it properly. I don't know why that was like that for a second there. But yeah, there you have Tarn in Starscream's throne. And one thing I like to do actually for like display is take Tarn here. I'm going to do this off camera because it's really difficult to do, surprisingly. And have him like holding the crown in his hands. Oh, you saw it for a second. It was there for a second. Megatron too. Megatron can also sit in the throne. Any Voyager, pretty much any Voyager class figure can. There are some limitations due to like leg articulation. That almost fell. Due to leg articulation, some figures can't, but most of them will be perfectly fine. Anyway, take everyone else out of here and plop Starscream back into his throne. Give him back his crown. This, like, I don't know how it tabs in, but it tabs in pretty well. It will not fall off. It is, like, stuck on his head. Not in a bad way. It's just on his head. Now, we're going to get this out of the way. Oh, another quick thing. I know I'm staying on this throne for a really long time, but you can store quite literally everything on the back of the throne here. You take the cape and the null rays. And the crown is very special here. It has these things in it. And there's this stuff here. It's a bit hard to get it on there because sometimes it'll just pop off. That can go in there. And you have to remove all this stuff for transformation anyway, so this is just fine. Oh wait, you gotta... Wow, okay. I'm a wizard, Harry. So yeah, what you're going to do with this is this peg here. Whoa, I'm off camera. This peg here will go into those slots in there, which can be a bit tricky, but what I like to do is first line it up, then just get my finger in there and push it in. Same thing on this side. Make sure this is lined up first. There we go. Then just push these null rays down to the point where they're flush with the ground. Plug in the cape and the crown jewel. Like I said, I already made that joke, didn't I, about the crown jewel being the bejeweled crown. And there we have everything stored on the throne. And you can't see it from the front except the cape, obviously, but I'm going to put this off to the side and finally get into transformation. And he has the exact same transformation as the Earthrise one, but I didn't review the Earthrise one yet, so I'm going to go into detail on it. And now I'm probably not going to review the Earthrise one because, well, he's exactly like this, except with paint differences and no accessories. Except for the null rays, but, you know. First, make a fist. It'll make everything a little bit easier. Then, first things first, you want to fold up the nose cone, and then this will tab in right there. Then you just want to basically crack him open, like a lobster. Swivel that around, and then this will all just click in right there. Next up, we're going to do the arms. This tabs in there. So you want to untab it, then flip the hand up on that transformation wrist. Then this whole thing is on a hinge. You want to make sure that this white part goes in there. Flip that down, this up. then you just have to fold it in, which is quite a tight joint for some reason. And you're going to do the same on the other side. And swivel it in. And there you have his arms all finished up. And now you can just close this. Oh, come on. Come on! This is a bit difficult. There we go. Next up, the legs. You're going to open this on both sides. Then use that ankle pivot to swivel this up. Then it'll tab in there. Articulate the feet like this. About that tail fin. Do the same on this side. Do that, do this, do this, do that, and then do this. Then tab the legs together using these two things. Yeah. And yes, I'm still on strike. This is another part of the 3-video thing, which was this guy, Bone Crusher, and the lug nut theory. Flip those up. Flip this down. Now the wings. These, like I said before, these really like to pop off while you're doing this, because, like, they're a lot more secure on the Earthrise one, I will say, because these just, like, the way that these things have to peg in, they just pop right off. See? I didn't even do that. Yeah. And there you have his jet mode. Oh, no, I don't. There you have his jet mode. And he's pretty compact, I'd say. I mean, he has the undercarriage, but when has there ever been a jet former with no undercarriage, right? Other than, like, Silverbolt, that one Silverbolt figure. I don't know what it's called, but Toy Guy has a video on it, where you can just literally unscrew the jet from the back of him, and you can have a robot and a jet. You can do stuff like that with, like, RC and other figures. That's not important, though. You can't do that here, because it all comes together. But yes, he has a very nice jet, and if you want to put a fire blast on this, what you have to do is open that up, and then plug it in back there, which doesn't look as bad as you'd think it does. We'll bring in our fire blasts for Tricranius. Let's see here. What'll work? These two. The two Omega Supreme looking effects. Where did that go? I dropped it and I don't know where it went. I have 3 of them. So yes, we'll take 2 of these. You plug this in here, and this in here, and then fold these up. And like I said, that doesn't look nearly as bad as you would think it does. I'm gonna make that a lot more extravagant. I'll be right back. Alright, when I said extravagant, I just meant I'm gonna make it bigger. So yes, there he is with a bunch of jet thrusters. And another thing you can do is you can take either of his null ray sets. I'm gonna get him off the throne real quick. Oh, there goes the crown. There goes the cape. Okay, so we're gonna take his normal null rays. You can plug these either like here or here. What I like to do, to be honest with you, is either keep just these 2 on the underside of his wings, or pop the wing off. That'll also happen sometimes. I don't think that's a problem with the figure. I think that's a problem with quality control, and my copy in particular, which is unfortunate, but hey. Nobody ever goes their entire collecting. No one ever has no QC issues in their collection. I recently bit the bullet twice with Tarn's cannon arm and this guy's wings. But yeah, I like to have them like that. And these are Blast Effect compatible. Or Fire Blast. I keep calling them Blast Effects. I think that's a YouTuber. A YouTuber already does that. But yes, you can tab those on. They don't hold in too well because these are really tiny. But you can, like, force them further on there. And that does stretch it a little, but it also makes them hold in better. So, pew pew. But what I like to do is I can, give me a second to remove these. I got them off. And then simply, unpeg these. Now peg them into the undersides of his arm. because he does have ports on the underside of his arm in robot mode for whatever reason. I think therefore this reason of plugging his null rays in jet mode. Then you have this going. Then you take these and plug these in here. Oh boy, stay. Come on, come on. Why is it? Am I plugging it in wrong? What's happening here? There we go. It does have little gaps in it, but I don't mind gaps too much. I do not mind the gap, unfortunately. Now you have a much more armored jet, and this honestly makes it look kind of more like military-esque, more realistic. I'm sorry about the lighting in this video, by the way. The lighting in this video has not been too good. So, yeah. I suppose that is about it for... Oh my. Not? Can you not? There we go. I suppose that's about it for... Okay, I'm just going to deal with that for SS-86 Starscream. But first, before we sign off for the day, more than likely... why is this so hard to open? You can open up the box, which is giving me a hard time for some reason. So you can open up the box, remove the cardboard piece here, and then you can remove this. And this is a big display thing, and it's leader class size, which is super cool that they made it leader class size. So now I'm going to transform Starscream real quick. There we go. You can put him on here. And he's cool, pointing-ish pose. I'm after him! I'm sorry. I can't think of any better Starscream voices. That was my best impression of the G1. Well, probably not my best, but that was the best I could do on the spot. And yes, he looks quite cool. I'm going to screenshot this. There we go. That's going to be in the end photos now. Whoa. But yeah, I do have something similar. A really cool edited picture, which I will show first. But anyway, thank you for watching this. Do all the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. I especially appreciate it when you comment, as it shows me you cared enough to comment on the video. And goodbye.